Well, it's I was going to say we've got 3 finals left to go. One more than penultimate here before a double header of under-17s here at the Junior Nationals. First, it's a repeat of a game we had right at the start of the day. It's the under-14s boys final. It's the Midlands Tigers taking on the Northwest Bulls. And Joe, a perfect setup for this final was the game we had earlier, where it was a victory for the Midlands Tigers in the first half and a victory for the Northwest Bulls in the second.
Yeah, and it is all set up very nicely for this final. I was actually talking to some of the Northwest under-14s, and they said, yeah, we started slow. We know that. That's fine. There's plenty of time for us to sort of come back and you know, fix the thing. So we'll see if they are true to their word, but they are up against the only other team to have beaten them in the Midlands Tigers.
So the Tigers in the white, tack from left to right in this first half against the familiar maroon and black of the Northwest Bulls. And it's a bright start for them as well, as down that left-hand side, Ashton Richards goes looping away, but strong touch to put an end to the attack.
And I wonder how long it will take for them to get Luluai onto the pitch. I'm not talking about Kylie, I'm talking about Rocco.
Well, it's an excellent first drive. First 2 touches and they're already past the 10. Good line speed from Austin Dobson.
He was one of those players that caused the Northwest all sorts of issues, but here's Rocco Luluai stepping away from 2 or 3.
Luluai caught by Dobson, the second Dobson of the Ethan variety. Luluai, great pick-up. And as you say here, there's one chance for them to make an impact. It's Brown picking out Wheeler, but the touch is made on Alfie Wheeler.
Brown, the bright spark, one of those boys we were talking to earlier.
Scored at Wembley in the final of the Rugby League Schools final.
It's good preparation for him to come down here and do it at Riverside.
Of course, there's nothing like the Vermeer Arena here in Nottingham. It's another chance for the Tigers. They've started brightly here, just as they did when these 2 sides met this morning. Ben Gresham, McChristie, his younger brother's also playing for the Tigers in this competition. Liam McChristie goes diving in. The Bedford Eagle falls back to the 7. Tigers are on top here in this early stage.
Yeah, they are, although they've not got anything really to play with, so that ball will just get surrendered. The Northwest will get into their transition. I wonder how long it'll take for Northwest to start to get those hands moving slickly, because earlier on, well, first game of the day, it was a bit of a struggle for them. But this is much better already. That's first touch all the way up to their box.
Outstanding break, and on second touch they crash over halfway.
Oh, and there's Rocco Luluai.
Great work from McMullen as well in the build-up. Here's Cocker. Sione Cocker.
Yeah, Sione Cocker. Oh, told you that the Northwest boys, their dads had some pedigree.
Good pick-up. Hughes is free on the left, but it's an excellent drive in the meantime.
Finds the space
for the Ethan Sharp.
Oh, finish.
Top work from Ethan Sharp. The man for the Wigan Warriors, as many of these sides are. Skirted through into the end zone, and he is absolutely delighted with that. And what a finish as well from the young winger Alfie Wheeler.
It was just sort of cannoned into the midriff, and I was saying, just fall on that, boy, fall on that, and you'll find a score. And on this occasion, it's the Northwest that draw first blood. It'll be a test of their defence now as the Midlands Tigers go back to that 32, trying to get over.
Denied this time by the Northwest Bulls, but the Tigers, who, as we've said, have had a lot of the momentum in this opening stage, are now trailing.
That's good.
Nice step. Just falls a little awkwardly there. Glad to see the Tigers back to their feet, but Gray is sent back another 10 yards. It's a turnover again.
Yeah, well, they are just made of rubber at this age. You know, it would take a lot, I think, for one of these boys to go off injured. It's a better first touch defence from the Midlands Tigers, but then on second they get all the way up to the sub-box once more. And we did not see this from the Bulls this morning. Good feet.
Ollie Cadwallader.
Ooh, bottom of the roll ball, but the on-field ref isn't looking, so they get away with it.
Excellent drive. McMullen puts a hard touch in there, but he's somehow drawn a penalty out of it.
Yeah, and actually the sideline ref, credit to him, has identified that there was a big foot in the ruck there. So the roll ball infringement is eventually picked up on. Fresh set of 6 over the 10.
McMullen, another who has a younger sibling in this competition, or in fact an older sibling in his case on the under 17 side.
Yeah, hard touch.
Down went Jamie Watts of the Chester Cheetahs. Wheeler. It's Frankie Wheeler out there in the middle. Alongside McMullen. Brown. Takes the touch. McMullen. Wheeler. Drawing out the Tigers here. They've certainly been the more clinical of the two sides.
Yeah, there's going to be a penalty. At least there should be. No, that is just fifth.
McMullen. Missed pass for Brown. Good line speed from Gray. Brown sends it the other way. Watts steps inside and out, looking to draw in the winger. Flicks it through the cat flap, but he can't find Angus Chadwick on the edge. And it's a good shutout for the Tigers.
It is a good shutout. I feel that they were a little bit fortunate with the call of the touch not being felt by the Northwest player. So it just stunted all their momentum. That's good line speed, comes in from the Bulls, and then once more that's two. Bit of a tumble.
So of course in the last game it was 4-1 at the break in the end for the Midlands Tigers, but in the second half of the game, having finished 5-3 meant it was a 2-1 win for the Bulls in the second period of 15. Sorry. What a run this is by the Tigers, looking to get back into the game, but they've run out of touches.
They have, and it's good defence once more from the Bulls. Really, so it's difficult to say if one team's specifically on top outside of the the first score that went in, because it seems very even so far. This transition defence from Midlands Tigers is growing and finding its feet. On comes Rocco Luluwai working with Sowoni Coker. There is Rocco Luluwai.
Oh,
shows the big dummy inside and out. Good roll ball as well.
It's a quick pick-up, but Henry Addiman is caught this time. Also has an older brother playing in the under-17s for the Northwest. Forced to cough it up on this occasion, and it's back with the Tigers, who trail by a single score. Here's the transition, and it is a strong one as they have boxed well here. Plenty of numbers swinging around the corner, but unfortunately just put down in the midfield.
Now, I wonder if the wind is playing a factor here, because neither team playing as expansive as we saw this morning. And the wind is swirling. You can see on the flags in the background that they are bent over.
There it is on the far side. The wind is playing havoc with the decorations.
To the point where Kevin's having to put one back into the ground.
Kevin is everywhere today, tournament organiser for England Rugby. Here's Hughes.
Good play, good depth.
Wheeler lays it back for Hughes. Wheeler again, Brown, one more should be threatening here, but the second Wheeler on the edge, Alfie, has been caught. As you said though, Joe, nice shape to that attack. Yeah, really good depth, and this is what I was talking about earlier. You asked me how the game was going, and I said, well, the Northwest just haven't done what they used to do, which was just attack at depth and use a bit of those core skills that come from League and Union, with both players having represented both of those codes. And we're seeing that a little bit more. It's still not as frequent as we saw on day one, but it is getting there for the Northwest Bulls. Rocco Luluwai, of course, we talked about with his family connections, but his brother also plays for the Warrington Wolves.
Yeah.
And his eldest brother also plays for Burnley.
Feet, but he's out.
Wow, he's just dribbled along the touchline there. There's no call for the referee as of yet. But a touch made. In fact, it was an unbelievable touch by Wheeler.
Oh, and then a little bit of frustration as he's kicked the ball away. We'll have a look at this one back on the replay. Great
fantastic hands. A great grab.
Oh, what a touch that is. Well, what a touch that is.
Wriggler can be rightfully disappointed because it's the second touch that was just about missed by Brown that he was complaining that hadn't been completed, but he didn't even notice the one before.
Yeah.
Diving right at his heels. And that's as close as the Tigers have come.
Great momentum once more, and now there's an opportunity to go wide, although the player falls down. He'll try to escape the touch even on the floor.
Luluwai working in the middle with McMullen again. Great partnership they have there. Jasper Hazelwood, great acceleration, but he is caught.
Yeah, it's good defence there from the Midlands Tigers, just crabbing across the pitch, shutting out the space. But I'm loving the endeavour of the line speed from the Northwest touch. It is brilliant.
Well, Hazelwood there makes the touch. It's an important one. He's formerly a mascot for Manchester City Football Club, so he's used to the big occasion. It's an excellent pickup in the meantime.
Not a fan of Man City.
Tom Parr. Don't hold it against him. Here goes Ethan Dobson. Unfortunately, they've just miscounted there. Interesting start to this game. The Tigers have certainly had the lion's share of the field possession, no pun intended, and but it's mattered for naught at the moment. And in fact, the Northwest Bulls do look the more threatening. Yeah,
there was I think both boys just kind of a bit of a talking to here. Bit of a hard contact. Both boys going in chest on chest. This might get given against the Northwest, and to be fair, if it is, I don't think they'll have any complaints. I think they're just being told to take the touch and just calm it down, because there was a bit of physicality coming in. That's a good touch that comes in. Although I wouldn't want to poke the bear of Rocco Lulawai.
Cocker, sure. Whoa, a little drop of the shoulder there, and
so good. We had a bit of a drop of the tongue there as well.
Speechless here. Some fine work from this under 14 side. Coker again, going to draw out Dobson.
Yeah, Swanee Coker is really trying to make things happen, and that will be given 6 more.
Dobson got in front of it there, so it's a big chance for the Bulls to extend their advantage. Addyman forced to lay it back for Ethan Sharp. Addyman again. Oh, good hands from Addyman to keep it alive. Touch made by Dobson. Sharp lays it back on the 7.
Yeah, I wonder if they're just going to bring in Simone Coker. It's another physical touch coming in.
Nothing from the referee this time. Addyman throws the dummy. Not bought by Dobson. Both of them get a touch and they win it back together in the middle, the two Dobsons. Well, there's just something missing from both of these teams in their final play, you could argue, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. I think both teams are struggling a little bit to find their momentum. That's a really good touch that comes in. Tigers aren't happy with it, but it is a good touch. And, it'd be interesting to see who can piece this performance together the fastest. I think that will be the key to the rest of this game. That's better.
What a grab by Ben Gresham.
And that one's touch and pass. Although, no, the referees, he did run into the centre and then maybe just decided against it.
Oliver Cleary of Cambridge touch called out there. He was part of the England Lions mixed 15 side in Limerick at the recent Youth Atlantic Cup.
Yeah, England having a really strong showing at the Youth Atlantic Cup. Couple teams in a few different divisions, right?
Indeed.
Good
England
drive.
Lions across the men's under 20s as well.
Great drive here. Opportunity to just go to the wing.
Oh, it's floated over the top for Wheeler.
Foot race.
The pass just hung up in the wind, but Wheeler has been caught. Fantastic cover from Ben Rigler. Still Brown running the show with Wheeler through the middle as well. McMullen drifting off. Watts steps away, but is caught. Now, what a break that was by young Harry Brown of the Wigan Warriors.
Yeah, really good run, really good break. And unfortunately, that pass just hanging up, and the Midlands Tigers defence do a really good job at getting over and snuffing out the danger. And this is a much better transition here from the Tigers. They're going to need to find a good platform on 5th to scoop from. It's a little bit stop-start. That's 5th now, so running laterally against what is a very fast boys 14 side, but they find the outside edge well.
It's Gray over the top, and Cleary will score the equaliser.
Unfortunately, it's coming back for touch and pass.
Well, it's Edward Rigler, I should say, down this right wing, and unfortunately, it's a touch and pass. Well, it's just here with Gray over the top. Oh, he is caught first. Great work from Wheeler.
Yeah, saving a surefire score.
Frankie Wheeler that time, who won the Nationals last year in his first season competing at under-15s.
Great roll ball again. Tell you what, Johnny Liotta's done great work since 9 o'clock this morning, because the Northwest Bulls have found their feet in their roll ball, no longer being pushed off it, getting the ball down nice and clean. Here is Rocco Lulawai. Rocco Lulawai looking for Swanee Coker, but he is gone. And Rocco Lulawai will finish with a bit of a swan dive. And Kylie Lulawai will be loving that one, and a nice celly to boot.
He is just one of many fantastic sportsmen in his family, but what a performance he has had across the weekend, really, Joe. This just one of those little bright sparks that he has in his locker.
Left
Throws
foot.
the big dummy. Goodness me. He even made the Tiger in defence step straight out of his line.
I'm more focused on this celebration in a minute. There's the swan dive, and then cracks the can. I'm sure it's a kind of prime, everyone. It's a kind of prime.
Yeah, too right. It's, 10 years too young for that celebration to be strictly relevant, but fantastic work from Leiluai. And here he is again, still driving towards the box. Well,
Oh, good ball away. Oh, good interception as well. So this is to 0. Midlands Tigers finding their feet again in this game, and they'll need to, because 2 tries down going into half-time. It's not the best place to be, especially against the Northwest Bulls, but they'll have to go quickly because the hooter will go any moment now.
good call, Joe. The hooter goes with Burpitt back pedaling. Long ball over the top. Great read by Hughes, who dives in to make the touch and brings an end to the first half. Well, what a turnaround for the books this is. The Midlands Tigers undefeated throughout the pool stage, including against the Northwest Bulls. They trail by 2 tries at the break.
Northwest Bulls, good value for it. Bit of problem solving to go on in the sub box of the Midlands Tigers.
This is a big break for both sides. The Northwest Bulls are defending champions in this category, but they have got 15 minutes to hold on against the Tiger side that have already beaten them this weekend at the Junior Nationals.
Alright, see you guys. Bye! I took it, but I gave it to actually I agree. Justin, did you get? Oh, you got it back. I got it back.
Have a little drop.
Sure is something to be proud of. Just remember where it came from. Think that mulch came from the home improvement store? Think again. From right-of-way preparation, commercial and residential land clearing projects, and storm cleanup, mulch comes from a lot of places, just not the home improvement store. From here and the people who make mulch, helping the world be equipped to do more.
My name's Jade Walker. I'm a PE teacher at JAG School. I think touch is a great sport. I think it's very inclusive and the girls have to work together in order to play the sport. I think women's rugby is growing so much, it's a great way to get the sport into girls' schools, start them from young, and then they can slowly transition into women's.
Had any of the girls played any oval ball sport before you introduced touch?
I think some of them have played before, but they don't have much knowledge. But since that they've played, they are absolutely loving it. And I think introducing it into the curriculum will really help get more girls involved.
And in terms of a competition like this, for them to come up against fellow schools in this kind of age group from across the southeast, how good is it for them A, for their development, but also to see what touch is like as a competitive sport?
Definitely. I think these tournaments really help the girls grow. I think like playing is the best way to learn. It's all easy explaining the rules, but if you don't actually play the sport, then it's really hard to understand. And I think even watching other schools that might not have as much experience, like through the day, you can see how much they grow as a team.
Welcome back then for the second half of this under-14s final, and the Northwest Bulls have put in a great performance in the first 15, but just like in the last time these two sides met, we know how quickly it can turn around. In that game it was the Tigers who were out in front, and the Northwest Bulls came back and actually won the second half by a scoreline of 2-1. That won't be enough for the Tigers today, but they're a fine team. They've yet to be beaten here at the University of Nottingham's Riverside Sports Centre. Joe Wright still alongside me for this one, and it's just a few little moments of magic that separate the sides up to this point.
Yep, and it is the people that are on the pitch at the moment, namely Rocco Luluwai, who got the second score and gave us one of the best celebrations I've seen on a touch pitch. And it's for the Midlands Tigers, it might not be the start that you want for this second half, because the last thing that you want is to allow the Northwest just to go carve through, as
Lovely
it looks like they might do.
2-on-1.
Six
it's
more.
An important touch, an incredibly important touch, even if it will add 6 more touches to the board by Edward Wrigler, who did have a fine first half for the Tigers. It's McMullen out there in the centre with Leluai. A really strong partnership there. And a shot and go that might see them in for a
time.
third.
Rocco Luluwai, little show and go, dives over. It's a wonderful start for the Northwest, and now the Tigers' job have just gotten oh so more difficult.
Second try of the final for Rocco Luluwai. But off come the Tigers. This is their best chance to respond with possession on halfway. Burpitt. Liam McChristie. Ben Gresham with McChristie again. And Liam McChristie goes driving in. Here's Gresham. Just very casually sauntering towards the 7. McChristie. Backpedaling. And now looking to open up the field. Long pass over the top. It's just a touch too ambitious for Edward Wrigler. And that's a missed opportunity, really. They just seem a little bit... I'm hesitant to say panicked out there, but perhaps a touch, because this is certainly the furthest they've been behind all weekend long.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one thing that I'm noticing here for the Midlands Tigers is it seems like they're desperate to get the right players in the right positions from what they've been coached, rather than focusing on momentum. And it's like they take that extra second just to get everything set. And by the time that they've done that, the Northwest are set also in defence. So I think a little bit of this is fixing that on the fly and just adding a bit of momentum into your play and seeing what happens from there, because what they're doing at the moment isn't enough to cause fractures in this Northwest defence.
Top carry by Dan Gray. Wrigler. Couple of changes in that midfield. What impact can they have? Oh, nice drive. Weaving away. Oh, it's just been dislodged. The touch was in regardless.
Yeah, and that was 6 touch and turnover. So Northwest on top on both sides of the ball at the moment.
Northwest Bulls lead by 3 tries. It's a large margin in a game as contested as this one is expected to be. Oh, nice footwork. And the game just coming alive here for the Northwest Bulls again. Wheeler, excellent pickup.
Oh, good hands as well.
Wheeler again.
Is there 3-on-1? Oh!
Wheeler's gone straight through and dots down. Little show and go. Gray just missed the touch by an inch or so, but it was enough for a 4th try to be carved out by the Northwest Bulls, and this time it's Frankie Wheeler looking for his 2nd national championship on the bounce.
It's really well worked as well, because they had a 3-on-1 and the defenders' hips were always facing out, so it was a case of, do you have the bottle to go and do it yourself? And Frankie Wheeler absolutely does.
Such a cultured character as well. Young Frankie Wheeler, also in other sports, plays the pole vault, plays the saxophone as well. Quick reply needed by the Tigers. Dobson.
Some would say it was a jazzy dump.
Oh, jeez.
Big one.
Well, it's Austin Dobson who's caught there, and Sione Coker is going to be penalised for hard touch.
I don't think it wasn't Sione.
Well, it might have been Liam McMullen from the line there.
Yeah.
My mistake.
Maybe Liam McMullen has recognised that there's some rugby league legends knocking around, and that's his formal application.
McMullen makes the first touch again. Dobson hits the turf.
That one. If that one's an offside penalty, which is what the hand signal was,
32 is the
slightly
call from the touchline.
confused.
Dobson wants it on the return, and it is Dobson, but Austin this time gives a late pass to Rigby.
And Northwest come out on top once more.
That's a missed opportunity, considering they had at least 4 touches left in the chamber.
There's
Coker throws the dummy, not bought.
Sione Coker doing really well to create a bit of momentum. There's another one from Coker.
A great drive from the try scorer Wheeler. Just rolled off target there. I think foot in the ruck is what the Bulls would like to claim.
Yeah, but the sideline ref said no, it was just dislodged in the touch, so they're going to reset the roll ball. Here is Rocco Luluai. Oh, another dummy. That could have been off the mark, not given. That's a good ball away. Bit of a contact as well on the floor.
Watts was bouncing around, but couldn't find the pass. And the Tigers have it back again. And it's the 2 Dobsons driving towards the box. Austin takes another tumble.
Yeah, I think the Midlands Tigers have got to be careful of maybe falling for some frustration coming from a couple of refereeing decisions.
Wrigley off the deck again for McChristie. Here he is again, McChristie. Picking out Ben Gresham. McChristie goes for himself, just looks to wind it up and release it. Some frustration on the bench here for the Tigers as well.
It's great.
An excellent bit of coaching from the sideline.
Great coaching. Genuinely great coaching.
If anyone didn't hear that, it was from the sideline that a lot of frustration on the Tigers bench, and he said, it's not the refs that aren't running the 32s, it's us that aren't running the 32s.
Yeah. And it's a very fair point, and it's a really good way to put the emphasis back on the controllables. What can we do? What can we take control of and change in this game? And yeah, running your patterns as you want to is one of those things, and that's where the energy should be should be directed for the Midlands Tigers. We're a passionate bunch who play touch. It shows we care when these frustrations bubble over, but it's about putting that in the right way. Finding the right things that can change that.
Just don't have the same outlet as you do in league or union. You can't just go flying out and hit someone, which some would say is a significantly healthier, less healthy way to deal with your frustration, I should say.
Yeah, Roy Keane wouldn't agree with you.
Here you go, the Northwest Bulls. Great take by Coker on the turn, and he makes good yards as well. And that's a big claim for a hard touch, but I'm not sure it'll be given.
I think more so from the crowd behind than anything else. And I think there's definitely a Northwest contingent in that stand behind where the play was. And there's a 4 sub coming on. So 6v5 momentarily. Austin Dobson making his way back onto the field.
McMullen. Great pick-up to the open side. Yeah. Coker looks to go himself, delays the pass over the top. I think it was forward by a touch.
Yeah, it was, but Sione Coker will know that that's a missed opportunity. There's a bit of head-in-hands moment there. But on to the next job, which is trying to nullify the Midlands Tigers' transition.
Trying to pick out Ollie Cadwallader on the outside. Nicknamed Caddy, because no one can pronounce his name correctly, so I'm taking a real gamble there, Joe.
Cadwallader.
I'm pretty happy with how it went. Dobson takes it on for the Tigers in the meantime. And Dobson hits the deck again here. And he's not getting a lot from the referees out of that.
No, and he's colouring a bit of a frustrated picture at the moment, which is a shame because although the sideline ref is getting involved, so
penalty is given. So a fresh set of touches. Oh dear.
Oh, I didn't catch that. Is there any chance of a replay?
Well, that was a difficult decision for the Tigers to take, and now Coker is racing down the left, wasting no time for the Northwest Bulls.
And you can't help but feel that the longer this frustration bubbles for the Midlands Tigers, the more comfortable Northwest will feel.
What a run by Wheeler, making plenty of yards. Brown as well. Some real dynamic characters out there for the Northwest Bulls.
Yeah, there's Rocco Lulawai. He's half, so Rocco Lulawai takes the ball down well.
Wheeler
wants to receive it back from Wheeler. Frankie Wheeler stepping
he's just
away.
done so well to get away there and pick out Brown, but it's good pressure by the Tigers.
It is good pressure, and
it's a penalty. Well, things, when it rains it pours really here for the Tigers. And another try is beckoning. Luluai, Wheeler after his second score.
Now Northwest turn to run some 32s. Half's a little bit slow.
Brown.
Here's Luluai.
Lovely step to get away. And the dummy. Luluai through for his second try.
Oh my word. Oh my word. How can a 14-year-old have that ability? Let's have a look. There's a left foot step, kills one. There's the dummy, kills two. And there's the ball down, and that is 5 to the good for the Northwest Bulls.
And in a game with such fine margins, the Northwest Bulls have relied on strong defence and then moments of magic to get through this very talented Tigers team.
Yeah, and I think that's the point to sort of focus on. Is yes, Northwest are up, but this Tigers side, I mean, littered with talent and also littered with boys that are going to be eligible for the 14s next year. So age almost being a factor as well. It's there's many more dynamic than just the scoreline at the moment. It's a good
Chance
32
for the Tigers here. It's Buggy bouncing around, lovely step, caught by Leiluai. Amos Warren takes a touch. Gray. Oh, it's flicked up. Bounces off the chest, unfortunately, there. And the Tigers miss out.
Yeah, and the Tigers just want to, continue to go through their processes and not worry about things all too much.
But so close to an interception for Warren Amos, but instead it's given Brown a bit of broken field. And off goes Brown. Shows the dummy. Brown.
Great touch. What a touch that is. That is a surefire try saver, and that might be the thing that Tigers needed to spur them on into this game.
Wheeler with the pass over the top. Luluai, great delay on the ball, and look at that acceleration.
Oh, it's done.
Well, they're two very similar players, Jamie Watts and Harry Brown, both with that ghostly blonde hair and rapid acceleration.
Yeah.
And if you can stop one, but it's tough to stop the other when they're both in the link like that.
Yeah, and we're just seeing on the replay this intercept initially. That show and go is wonderful. This touch is world-class commitment. But then Rocco Lulawai, again, right foot step, drawing in two players, drops it off, and then the pace to go and get over. I mean, when Northwest Bulls are firing, they really do find the success. And tell you what, I know the Northwest boys 17s are in the final later on. They're going to have some job to keep their spot if some of these boys age out and look to go to the 17s.
To Dobson, still looking to get the Tigers sparks flying here, and great delay on the ball, but it's hit the deck. But we spoke earlier, Joe, we speculated that perhaps the Bulls just took a moment to wake up, really. It was the first game of the day, bright and early at 9 a.m. And, the Bulls were beaten by the Tigers. But as I was saying, we speculated that perhaps there was more to come from them, and this final has vindicated us rightly.
Yeah, there is. And I think, that one's definitely hard. And the referees have got to sort of put a cap on this frustration coming from the Midlands Tigers, because they are a very frustrated figure at the moment. And that last one was just very clearly a shoulder charge. And, quite rightly sent for time, and will probably spend the rest of the game in the end goal area. And unfortunately as well, as you said earlier, when it rains it pours. Austin Dobson is down and looking to be a bit hurt.
Asham Richards, who's been forced serve, the man from Norfolk, he's ahead of his first season of playing county golf as well. So maybe if this final doesn't work out, he's going to be absolutely fine elsewhere.
Yeah, there is a driving range right round the corner as well, so maybe you can go take some frustration out on a few balls with a driver and go crunch some 300-yard drives.
A couple of handy golfers in the Midlands team. Toby Burpitt fancies himself as well. So the changes have been made, and the Bulls will continue with possession. Here's Coker, Wheeler, McMullen. Oh, can't get a hold of Dobson that time, and now it's McMullen still taking on Dobson. McMullen wants the penalty. He's not going to get it. So Wheeler sells the dummy. Wheeler steps on the inside. Dobson caught him. Quick take from McMullen. The referee's just settling everything down.
I think the touch was called earlier on Wheeler. So
reset for them. The ball's here. Wheeler. He's got Brown to his right. McMullen at the half. Here's McMullen. Wheeler, good take. Right on the hip. But they can't keep every ball alive, and the Tigers have it back. Well, it's interesting. There's two benches on that far side. One full of Northwest fans and one full of Midlands fans, and they're sat precariously close to each other.
Should we maybe get some security to sit in the middle? I joke, we've never had any of that in touch. But this game is becoming a little bit frosty towards the end. There is 30 seconds left. Midlands Tigers will want at least one score on the board, and that's really good impetus to go and do that.
Here's Gray, who made an unbelievable try-saving touch a few moments ago. That must be a highlight of this game for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jack Buggy, under 15 international. Buggy at the half. Puts the handbrake on at the moment here, the Tigers. Buzzer soon to go. They need to get something quickly here. Coker makes the touch.
That's really good. That'll be try time.
And they should have a try here to finish off the final.
That'll be try time. That's a really good... It's the first time that we've really seen that calmness from Midlands Tigers, and they do get their consolation score.
I believe it's Cole Dean who goes over for the first Tigers score of the game right on the final whistle. In the end, it's a 6-1 victory for the Northwest Bulls. What a turnaround after losing to the Tigers earlier on in the day. But the Tigers, who have been successful in other categories already this afternoon, can take a lot away from this competition because they have been the outstanding team up until this game.
Absolutely, and you know, Midlands Tigers, it's unfortunate the way that it ended, but for the Northwest Bulls, I mean, they'll happy. They played that game really well, ran what they needed to, went and executed when needed, and you know, some individual brilliance scattered in there as well from the likes of Rocco Lulawai.
Two finals left to go. We jump up to the under-17 competition. Up first, it's the girls, followed by the boys in our last game, due to kick off at 5:30. So we've got about 6 or 7 minutes until our next final. In a few moments' time, I'll be pitch side with a couple of the Northwest Bulls as we leave you with the tries. Pitch side at the Vermeer Arena, where we've had another final come and gone, and it was a pretty fantastic performance by the Northwest Bulls. Rocco, I'll come to you first. Two pretty outlandish tries, lots of flair in there. Really great performance. How did you feel about those two scores? I mean, they were pretty special.
I mean, I got a bit too excited.
Well, having played the Tigers earlier in the day, how did you feel coming into that game, knowing that just this morning you were on the other side of that result?
I thought we were a bit sloppy at the start, but we built up every game, and yeah,
Absolutely, it's a great performance. Ethan, it's a good group of lads. There's a lot of experience in there. Some guys that have been here at the tournament before. Also some younger players who are going to be back in the under-15s category. But as you look around that squad, who do you think is going to kick on and continue playing in the Northwest? Or how do you feel as a group, knowing that you'll be able to play together again next year and in the future?
I think Alfie and Frankie Wheeler, both of them are quite good, and they've got a lot of potential.
And as a kind of close-knit community, because Northwest, it's a big region, they're always at the top end of every level of performance. How does it feel to be part of that sort of family contingent?
Quite good, to be fair. It is very, very much a close relationship with all the Northwest players.
Leah, you've got siblings who are here today taking part as well. How does it feel to be part of the Northwest, but more so to have multiple members of your family involved with the competition, knowing that in the future we'll be playing alongside them in tournaments like this?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I've not been able to play with him today because he's 2 years older than me, but I got to play with him in England, so yeah, that's a good win for me, I guess.
So there's lots of multi-sport athletes, and this is the last question, gents, I promise. Multi-sport athletes are plenty in the Northwest. Lots of union players, lots of league players, but you're all touch players, and that's a really interesting dynamic. How do you come together as a league or as a union player and sort of formulate around the idea of touch? How different is it to try and combine those three sports?
I mean, I guess they all come together really, because with league and union, I guess you get to practice your contact, get a bit stronger and stuff, so then them harsh structures aren't really knocking you over. But with touch, I guess that comes with a union and league, because you improve your passing and you improve your skill set, so yeah.
Well, thanks very much for talking to us, gents, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Congratulations to all three.
Shout out to Fungadoodoo.
Thanks very much, gents. It's been great to hear from you. Another win for the Northwest Bulls. Fine performance for them today, especially against a really top Tigers side. Straight on to our penultimate final of the day. It's the under-17 girls competition. I'll be chucking you back up to Joe Wright in just a few moments' time.